Today I'm going to show you how to make this great set, but check out this fun fold. Oh, I love it. Hi everybody, welcome to sunnydaystamping.com. I'm Julie Baca and the holidays are just around the corner. I wanted to design a great fun fold that looks so impressive, but you are gonna just go crazy with how easy this is. You're gonna be able to crank these out and make some beautiful cards. I've got some playful cards to show you, and then I made one that was more elegant depending on, who you want to send it to. I'm gonna break this down into simple steps. I've got lots of tips to share with you. So after you watch the video, there's a link in the description of this video that'll take you over to the blog post. You'll be able to find extra photos. That's where I'm gonna have all of the measurements for you. I want you to make these at home, so I share the measurements right over there. You can also purchase supplies from there if you want your cards to look just like mine. All right, let's get started. So when you're designing your card, you're going to want to start by picking the designer series paper that you want. This is called the Snowy Scenes. I had to look that up. I just thought it was so fun and playful, and that's the kind of card I wanted to make. At the end, I'll show you an example of a really elegant, fancy card just to show you something different. Then after you pick your paper, if it has a coordinating stamp set, you can use that. I'm going to be using that for this card. But the reason why I start with the designer series paper is because that's going to tell me exactly the colors I need. So I don't have to waste time trying to figure that out. So I know I'm going to need garden green, pool party, and then I am going to do a little bit of red because those are all the colors in my pack of paper. This way you know that your card is going to look awesome. Now to find the colors, they are written in the tiniest print that Stampin' Up! Could find on the back of the thick cardboard that comes on the back of the paper. So I blow it up and I write out all the colors really big so I can see this without my glasses, and I put it in a page protector, and then I put all my little scraps in here so that it's all combined, because these papers go together and they're meant to be used, like both sides of the paper all coordinate, so it's good to keep them together. It's going to make for more quick and easy card making. So we're going to start by doing our stamping, and those same color of cardstocks, grab those same colors of inks. It's just going to make it so easy. Your card's going to be perfectly coordinated. And I love that about Stampin' Up, that all the colors coordinate. This red is the exact red that is in this snowman, and it's going to be the exact red as the cardstock. So it's just going to look great. Start by stamping. This is going to be the front of our card. It's going to be the focal point. So there are all kinds of little things you could cut out and put on here, but I'm going to do the little holly, and we'll stamp the berries and the leaves on this scrap piece. There we go. So I'm kind of going to copy this card that we made earlier. I'm just changing out the colors of cardstocks, and I just love how this turned out. So we're going to replicate this on here. So all of these stamps are in this stamp set. The snowmen, the different Christmas trees, even these little snowflakes. These dots are great for just, just creating a little more dimension in your card. So we're going to put this snowman down here on the bottom. I'm going to make him at an angle, so he's just kind of popping up there and saying hello. Grab a orange marker. This is the Pumpkin Pie Stampin' Blends. Oh, I'm sorry for bumping the camera. And we're just going to color in his nose. It just needs just a touch of color there. And then we'll put some Christmas trees in the background. And so what we're going to do is stamp this one in full strength. And then we're going to come down a little bit without re-inking and stamp it again. That's going to give the illusion that that tree is farther back in the background. And then we'll stamp some over here. And then let's see, we'll need one more in the background. So I'm actually going to stamp it off and then kind of go right here. And now we're going to grab all these three different sizes of snowflakes and these dots. And we're just going to put these in the corner up here. Not too many. We'll just do a couple, and let's see. We'll make sure some of them go off the paper like that. And I got to use the little one. For some reason, I feel like I have to use be fair and use all the pieces. Let's see. Oh no, these are way too much in a line. Let's see. We'll put one like right there maybe. And now we're going to take these delicate dots and just kind of fill in the spots just a little bit, kind of rotating this. We'll put some all the way down here. And then we'll take this Let It Snow. We're going to stamp it directly in the middle. And what I'm going to show you is, I didn't add it on this one, but when this is closed, we want to have something directly underneath there. So stamp if you're going to stamp a greeting on this bottom piece, make sure it is right in the middle like that. And then we're going to just put a couple of these snowflake dots on this front piece here. Just adds a little extra color. We'll put a couple more. I never know how much to do. And now we'll take the dies to cut out these hollies. You can see how many pieces. I mean, it cuts out everything in here and more. So this is such a fun set to use with so many things. So you can also fussy cut these out, but y'all know I don't like doing that. Where are my berries? Did I lose them? Oh no, I'll be back. Oh no, I can't find it. All right, change of plans. I can't find those. I will find them once I pick up the disaster that is in my bedroom right now. Okay, what we're gonna do, we're gonna pivot and we are gonna cut out a little Christmas tree to go on the front. That'll look awesome too. So this is the little mini cut and emboss machine. It's like half the price of the big one. So I was just going to show you real quick how to use it. I rarely use this because I do prefer the bigger one. But one tip when you are sandwiching this together, instead of having them all in a line, it makes it way harder to get this machine started. So the middle one should be indented so that when it goes through the machine, it kind of pinches this and it just goes through so much better. And there we go, it's so adorable. So now we'll set all these pieces aside for later and we'll make the card base. Actually, our card base is just this flat piece of cardstock, so I'm gonna show you how to score and make that accordion part. So I'm gonna use my scoreboard for this just because when I'm making several score lines, this is just way faster. It also gives a better impression, which is great for fun folds, like the crease is deeper. So we're gonna score it at 1 3/4, 3 1/2, 5 1/4, and 7. So it just has these evenly spaced columns here. Now I got all those measurements. They're here. They're going to be on my website, sunnydaystamping.com. If you like this printable project sheet, which is awesome to have like right by you when you're making all these measurements and things, this goes out to my email subscribers for free. I send it out the day after the video. And then if you're new and you're not on my email list yet, you can still get it within that first week. It's in my welcome email and you can download it from there. After that, it goes into my tutorial store and you can just purchase the project sheet from there. So now you're going to take the paper. It's got the score lines there and this is the card base part. We're going to rotate this so that the lines are going horizontally and then put it back in our paper trimmer. So we're going to call this the first score line, the second, the third, and the fourth. And what we're going to do is we're going to be cutting from the first score line to the third score line in 2 sections. So this first one, we're going to line it up at 1 1/4. I think that's right. Let me double check. Yes. Okay. And then you're going to take your blade and you're going to close it down right on that first score line. We're going to pull this down to the third one. So I kind of put my finger here so I know where to stop like that. And let me show you on your paper trimmer, there is a little groove here, and that's going to show you like the middle of where that blade is. So you just want to line those up so it's right on that score line. That's it. Now open that so you can see that it's just, this is cut. Now we're going to measure it at 4, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to close this down, lining up this line with that first score line and pull it down to us to the third score line. And that is it. So now you've got this section that is cut out. And now we're just gonna fold and burnish on all of those score lines. We'll fold it the right way later, like back and forth, but for right now, just go ahead and get all those score lines nice and creased. And you kind of wanna make sure that you're, not just scoring without thinking about it, because it cannot line up correctly. So just make sure it's lined up right. Honestly, when I use that scoreboard, my lines are so much straighter than with the paper trimmer, which is one reason to use that. Okay, so here is our card base. Well, this is the accordion. Sorry, I'm getting my terms confused. This is the card base. We're going to glue that on here, and then this is going to fold, fold, fold like that. And then this intersection that we cut out, we're actually going to pop that part so that you get this bumped out piece. Now we're going to cover this with designer series paper and the stamped images, but I've got some tips for cutting that designer series paper. I mean, I do have all the measurements just right here, but I've got tips for making it the most efficient. The project sheet has this diagram to kind of help you know which way to cut each thing. But what you're going to do is take your designer series paper. Now this was a big one, so I cut it in half at 6, and then we're going to rotate it and cut it at 5 inches. So the rest of this is scrap, but actually I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece off for my envelope. And oh my gosh, wouldn't those be so cute on the envelope? So I'm actually going to just turn this around and cut this at 2 1/4. 2 1/4 by 6 is all you need to decorate the envelope. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be so cute. Okay, we'll save that for later. I'll show you how to decorate the envelope with that. So now you've got your piece that is 6 inch by 5. And you notice when I was cutting it by that, I had the direction of the paper going this way. That way your snowman will be the right direction on your card. So you just wanna pay attention to that. So now we're gonna cut this piece into 4 1.5 inch strips. It's gonna be super quick. Super quick if I can find the line. There we go. And now we're gonna look at these and see which ones are the cutest. We need two. We need one for the front and one for the inside. Let me show you the example. Where is my example card? Do you see how neat and tidy this is? All around the other area, it is a disaster zone. So don't think I'm all neat and tidy all the time. Okay, so we need a piece here and a piece here, and you want to pick the cutest pieces, but also recognize that you're going to have this covering up. I didn't realize that because this snowman right here was so cute, and then I had to slap the front of the focal point on there. So now what I'm thinking is this would probably be a really good one for the front. He's going to get covered up a little bit, but his cute little face is going to show, and then we'll use this one for the inside here. Because if I were to put this one here, which is exactly what happened with this one, you see his little face would be covered up. So just be cognizant of that. So we're going to save these 2 pieces and not cut these. So now we've got 2 left. One of these we're going to cut in half. We're going to cut it at 2 1/2, and that's going to go here. And then I've got a quick tip for cutting all those littler pieces out. So this one is cuter, so I'm going to rotate it and cut it at 2 1/2. Now you are rotating it because you want you want the direction of the paper going the right way. And the same with this one. You're going to rotate it, and we're going to cut it into 1 inch strips, 4 of them. So these are the only 2 pieces of scrap, and now you've got these, which you can turn these over to use the other side of the paper if you like that. Okay, so now get your accordion section back out, and we're gonna glue these pieces on. So remember, we were gonna put this one here and this one here. Now this one, you can have it goes here, so you can have it this way, or we can flip it. So you got to kind of decide. So you kind of just play with it to see, which sides do you want where. I think I am going to use the other side of these. Uh-oh, I'm missing one. There it is. Okay. And we'll glue these all on. So once you get all the designer series paper glued in, go ahead and grab your stamped paper, because that is going to go right here. And then I like to use my bone folder. I usually get ink all over me, so I don't want to press these and get ink on them. I also don't want to shift them. So I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to use my bone folder to just kind of smooth out the glue and make sure that those pieces are attached to my paper really, really well. And that just works so well right there. So now grab your focal point. Don't put the little tree on there yet. And we're going to glue it onto this layer that makes it really pop out. So we're just gonna line that up there, and that is gonna go here. Now you can glue it like that, or you can go ahead and pop this section out. So you're depressing these two to make this pop out. So that might make it easier to get this lined up. So let me put some glue on here. And we're just lining it up so that these three sides have the right amount of green sticking out. You know what I mean? And now we've got our cute little tree, but why don't we pop that up with dimensionals? I think we just need one little dimensional right there. Oh yeah, it's perfect. Stick on there. Take the back off and just put this right here. Oh, that's cute. Okay, and then just glue it to your card base. So I like to keep this section closed up so that I can better, oh my goodness, I just got glue everywhere. So then I can just make sure that this is all equally distanced around there. I got a little glue there. And there you go. Is that so cute? Because they're going to pull it out of the envelope like this, but then when they open it, there's all this gorgeousness happening here. This will also stand, I promise, it'll also stand up on a mantle or something. All right, let's make that matching envelope. This is such a quick and easy way to make a matching envelope. Take your envelope, I kind of fold it back so that the fold line is nice and apparent, and I put glue on the envelope flap, making sure to get right close to those corners because you don't want the paper peeling up. And then put your designer series paper on there, making sure that the direction of the paper is going the right way so that when you close it, you know, it's not upside down. So then you're just gonna line that up right along that fold line. Just make sure that it's on there. And then I do the same thing with my bone folders, squishing that in place like this. And then you just trim around the edges. And there we go. Isn't that just so adorable? And it was so easy. So here was the other one that we kind of copied off here. I used the snowflake, which was in that die set. I stamped and cut out, die cut these little penguin pieces. Aren't those so cute? And then here's the last one, and this is actually before I lost the die for those berries. I am gonna find it. And then there's this one. Now, if these are very playful, so let me show you an elegant one. Now you can completely change the look of your card by picking a different designer series paper. This is called Season of Green and Gold. And that's why I tell you to start with the designer series paper first, because it's just gonna give you the feel of your whole card. Okay, so check this one out. I used gold embossing and gold foil for the accent pieces, and then that designer series paper. Look at that. Is that so gorgeous? And I didn't stamp. I cut these out of the designer series paper. So if you're like me and you don't love fussy cutting, the dies for the, what's it called? Golden greenery, cut these out. Even the little tiny berries. So do you like the playful ones or the fancy one? I'll see you next Thursday. Next Thursday is the first Thursday of November, so my card template class for November will be releasing. We'll make 3 new templates to add to your collection, and then I've got cards to show you just to give you ideas on how to use them. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. You can also subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my videos. Thank you so much. Have a sunny day.